Professor Maynard, thanks so much for joining us. I guess just quick first question of your assessment from your colleagues in the region and obviously your own experiences there of the current situation in Gaza.
Thank you for asking me on. In short, it's horrific. It's the worst I've ever known it. I've been going to Gaza for 15 years. I've just returned last week from my third trip since October 2023. The humanitarian catastrophe, the malnutrition, the deaths are truly, truly horrific and much worse than even I had imagined it could be prior to going out there. So it's in a terrible condition now.
Are you pleased to see the Prime Minister announcing that the plan he announced yesterday, the move towards recognising Palestine as a state with conditions attached for Israel?
Well, of course, I'm pleased to hear anything in support of the Gazans, the Palestinians, but let's not pretend this is anything other than political gesturing, in my view. It's bizarre that he has added conditions to this. The Palestinian state should have been recognised many years ago. But what we need far more than words like this. We need actions from the British government. There is far more they could be doing. So I'm afraid I'm rather cynical about this and see this as little more than political gesturing and will not make any difference at all to the appalling humanitarian catastrophe, the severe malnutrition on the ground, which is causing many, many hundreds of deaths.
Is there much that the UK can do more than political posturing? Is this really just a question of the US and Israel?
I think we could certainly put a lot more pressure on the US. I think there are absolute actions we could take. I think if we're going to come out with strong words, then we can certainly come out and officially recognise there is a genocide being carried out. There are multiple war crimes carrying out. We could have a complete arms embargo, which our government has failed to do. We could stop all the reconnaissance flights that the RAF is carrying out over Gaza on a daily basis. We could cease all trade deals rather than just saying that future trade deals will stop the negotiations. We could cease existing trade deals. We could apply sanctions against Netanyahu and Gallant. We could recognise the authority of the ICC and the ICJ. So there's a lot more they could do in terms of words. And in terms of actions, we need to put pressure on the United States and Israel to let immediate unlimited aid go in by road. And that is not happening. And until that happens, there will be many, many more hundreds of deaths from the malnutrition.
Have you seen a marked difference in any way of aid access over the last week or so since the UK government did, I guess, up its rhetoric to some degree?
So I left Gaza a week ago. So up until that point, there had been no significant increase in aid going in. We, of course, welcome any aid going in. So, and the airdrops, for example, are providing some aid. But again, let us not pretend that will make any material difference to the severe humanitarian catastrophe going on. These people, the malnutrition is so severe that simply giving them food is no longer adequate. Many of these patients need acute medical care in hospitals. The healthcare infrastructure has been almost completely destroyed. So we need more field hospitals, we need more hospital beds, we need acute medical care for these patients. So yes, of course we welcome any increase in aid, but let us not pretend this will make a significant difference. We need far more immediately to go in there.
Professor, thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate it.